City Boy OG Bry-dee, host of Urban Realness. I'm doing a follow-up on a video I did when I initially went to prison, unfortunately, as a teenager. So here it is, I'm 18 years old. I'm in Soledad State Prison. A guy named Freddie Mingo, who's an original East Side Crip. He was the plumber, and he was our homeboy. He came to my government-assigned quarters because I don't call it my cell. That institutionalizes you. I've never called it my home or my cell. And often in prison, the police would say, "Where do you live at?" And I used to respond, "I live in Compton." "Why? Where do you live at?" And they say, "No, where do you live at?" I say, "Compton, California." "Why? Where do you live at?" And they say, "Where are you housed?" I say, "Oh, my government-assigned quarters." Well, I was in G-Wing at that stage in my young life in Soledad, California, which is Soledad Central. And there was a guy that had to be got. What I mean by that is solid that was outside of the crib car. So I volunteered. Well, Freddie Mingo came to my government-assigned quarters as a plumber with a blowtorch, and he took a squeegee, which were these long steel squeegees, and he serrated it. It's called a Christmas tree, where it went up, 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 and there's a fine point on it. So I said, well, since I volunteered to get the guy, they said, well, he's going to be in the day room. At that time, we had day rooms that had rows of chairs like this, and two TVs right here, row. And the COs would lock us in and open the door every hour. So I asked the homies when I was going to go on a mission, as it's called, where am I going to go? And they didn't understand what I was saying. I said, man, where am I supposed to go? So they just looked at me like, just go in there and hit the dude. So I'm like, okay, well, how am I hitting? They said, no, we just want to get rid of him. What they meant by that is we studied the human anatomy. If this is your body, the shoulders, you hit a person up, that gets rid of them. You hit a person down to mortal injury. To puncture the lung, puncture the heart, or whatever not. So we studied anatomy. So to get rid of him, I was going there and I was grab the guy, hit him up like that, and the shoulder blade go up so that way I wouldn't kill him. You're avoiding the jugular. So I go in there and I'm nervous. I am nervous. I'm about to stab a man in prison for the first time. And I go in there, and there are no dang Hispanics in there, which are allies of the Crips. They were our only allies in the history of my tenure in prison, actual allies at that time. And I stabbed the guy. He was from Palo Alto, California. I stabbed him. Then I stabbed him again, so he crawls up under the bench. So I jump over the bench, I beat him to the front, I stab him again, and I just keep stabbing. And my homeboys are looking. I'm stabbing him in the legs, the arms, I'm stabbing him in the shoulder. And the Northanians are looking at me like I'm crazy. They locked the door. So I'm going up and down the road trying to stab this guy up under the chairs. So the Northanians like, hey, homie, young homie, get up out of here, the door's locked. So the Northanians had juice with this police officer, this correctional officer named Gonzalez. He said, hey man, open the door and let this black guy out. And he opens and lets me out. So what we used to have is a three-man team. One guy does the stabbing, he hands the knife off to the other guy. Another guy's called the spotter. In case someone else comes to try to interfere, the spotter comes and takes care of that individual. So I hand the knife off, so the homies take me in the back of the wing. G-Wing was one of the largest wings in Soledad. And it held over 250 men. And it held nearly, take that back, almost 500 men. And so they take me in the back, like, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, what do you mean what's wrong with me? I kept asking guys, where am I gonna go? I didn't know the meaning then of stick and move. Stick and move is, but you gotta move. Let him go. And I kept asking guys, where am I to go? And I didn't realize, man, just go in there, hit the guy a couple of times and leave. So they gave me a position of authority in the wing over a lot of guys that were older than me because of that act. And there was a lot of jealousy and hatred, yet that's when I started developing a man to be feared in state prison. Even though I was a boy, with barely any hair on my face, by that time I think I was like 5'10", I grew a couple inches. So that was the first time that I assaulted someone in prison, and I'm not proud of it, I'm not glorifying it. Once again, this is a public deterrent. This is a public service announcement to anybody out there, man, that's young, man, you go to prison, man, and you're affiliated, or whether you're affiliated or not, actually, you may be called upon to assault another human being, man. In retrospect, it's not cool, man. But I was already desensitized from seeing my first murder because I just felt like that can be me. And so it's basically, you know, the sink or swim, the fight or flight. I chose to fight. I chose to swim. So next time I talk to you, I'll tell you about what motivated me to graduate in the year 1982, which would have been my class in 82, Compton High, Bobby Donald, and what motivated me for higher learning, because there was a structure amongst the homeboys back then. So on that note, man, it's OG Bry-dee, host of Realness. Subscribe to my channel. It's the hub and the devil, neighborhood love. Two of us, I say, baby. You see what it is. Compton for life. With that hub city for the neighbors. We got love for y'all. Peace out.